So the one load of neighbors is still busy with their chainsaw, and I've got some new neighbors who have come only to harvest olives, and I can hear their music going in the background. So another week on my beautiful farm in Portugal. If every day you end the day being one step ahead, then that's a good day. So I've decided to, even though I've got the sandbags for the ladder, I can't get the ladder level on that edge because that's where we've got granite rocks around as like a border. So I'm going to get scaffolding. I think I'm going to need scaffolding. But this part of the wall over here was somehow or other missed. So I am going to do this part now. Okay, I've used up my mixture that I made today. Not maybe the prettiest of jobs, but it's a very tricky area with lots of, I don't know if you can see, lots of small stones. And yeah, I just wanted to cover this, fill up all the holes that are here. And then I will be putting cementing these stones into place a little bit better, which will be this bench. So this is going to have cushions, and then there will be cushions along there too. But I've just been pointing to cover up the holes. So hopefully when it dries, it'll look a little bit better. But lots of small stones over here. I'm ready to do another batch of pointing, but I don't know, the pointing I did yesterday looks to me like a little bit tatty. And it's because there's so many small stones in there. I'm wondering if I'd be able to just sand it. I don't know. Wondering if I sand it, it might be a bit smoother. But I got some more of these. These at least are bigger areas to do. Like here's like a whole big hole over here. So that's what I'm going to do today. So Tandy's been such a good girl in the car, yes. So we've got her little water and something to eat because she's been in the car for a long time today. Went to get some electrical supplies and some lights and stuff. And she waited in the car, was such a good girl. And now we're in Fundo. I have to do some washing. And Tandy's got to go to the vet for her injections. And to get her chip put in. But she's being a very good girl. You're a good girl, Tandy. You're a good girl. What are you doing, Tandy? You're going to the vet today. Yes. You're going to the vet. Isn't that going to be fun? You're going to get vaccinations. Yes. So Tandy's just gone to the vet. She's just had a treat now because she was such a good girl. She didn't even cry for the injection. So I think for her it was a happy experience. Yes. The vet gave her lots of treats as well. So the vet said that Tandy will be very sleepy and won't be as alert after these injections. She hasn't got that memo. Have you, Tandy? Did you get the memo that you're going to feel sleepy? Did you get the memo that you're going to feel sleepy? I don't think you got that memo. What have you got in your mouth now? A stick. Oh my goodness, look what you look like with the stick. What are you doing with the stick? Hey? What are you doing with the stick? Definitely did not get the memo. What are you chewing now? A piece of wood? Great start this morning. The pigs had knocked over their water barrel, and when I went to put on the pump, look, the pull cord just came off in my hand, so I can't fill up that water barrel. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the one from the fruit orchard, bring that pump that has been repaired once already, bring that up here, because there is rain forecast in the next couple of days, so the fruit orchard can do without getting water because it will be raining. It's more important to get the pigs water. So yesterday I went shopping. So I got this is an ash vacuum cleaner, so it's quite tough. They reckon it should be able to vacuum up like the dust from and the grit from the pointing. I got some light fittings, and I got some shelving for the shed, because the aim is to move things from the tools from the kitchen into the shed. And I've got these very old fruit boxes which will become shelving in the kitchen one day. And I got some more bottles. There's always something going on a farm. You can never ever plan your day exactly. So we started off fixing up the pigs' water supply tank, which they had knocked over, and we swapped the pumps around because I pulled the ripcord out of the pigs' water pump. So that was the start. Yesterday I took Tundi to the vet, and she had all her vaccinations. You make an appointment, it's great. Last week I spent 3 hours waiting to see a doctor, and I had to then go for some more tests, and the results came back, and I've got a couple of infections, and so now I have to go back to the doctor to get a script. So it's probably going to mean a 3-hour wait to see a doctor to prescribe me the antibiotics which is suggested by the lab. So I already know what antibiotics I need because the lab has put that on their report. But now I have to go to the doctor to get a script. So while I'm doing that, Julian's going to be with Tundi, because I don't want to leave her alone on the farm. And he's going to be getting on with some chores for me. What are you doing, Tundi? Are you busy with the wood? Are you busy with sticks? What are you doing? Yes, I'm looking at you. Right, these racks are up. I've moved that one from the kitchen down here. Got all feed and other stuff over there. And everything is out here ready for me to sort and put on these racks so that I've got all the tools in one place and I can lock up the shed. So I've got a couple of these, 4 of these. I probably need to get some more that I can keep the screws and stuff in, just to try and organize it all. So I've emptied out all these plastic tubs, and yeah, got the screws over there, my Ryobi stuff on those two shelves, more screws and things, and more screws and things. I've got so many screws, drill bits and all those other things, and screwdrivers. And this is sort of like, I don't know, glues and paints and other stuff. Safety gear over there. Electric stuff down here. I've still got more electric stuff in the cottage I must bring. I've got some gardening stuff over there. This is just sort of like odds and ends and like hand tools. And this is all kinds of fastenings, I suppose one could say, and stuff for the tiles and like little bits and pieces and hinges and that. And I've got the light fittings. The top one is for the kitchen and the bottom one is for the bedroom. I bought these little solar lights. I'm going to see how well they work as well to put outside. They were quite cheap, but definitely looks a lot more organized, and it's better to have the stuff here all in one place that I can lock up rather than lying on that table in the kitchen, and then I don't feel like the kitchen is a kitchen. It feels like it's a workspace. But there's still a few items to bring across, which I shall do tomorrow. Time to feed the pigs now. I've still got quite a bit of electric fencing and the fittings for that, for when I make a new paddock for the pigs. I'm going to have to buy a new energizer though to go with that. I'm pleased with my shed work. Right, pig food is here. Tandy's sitting at attention over there. Let's go and find some pigs. Are we wanting food desperately? Are we desperate for food again? Right. How are you doing? How are you doing? You're not just going to say hello, you just want food. Definitely not skittish anymore, Albert Icebine. Yes, Cocoa Pop. Oreo. Yes, your food is coming. Your food is coming. You're making sure you reach without going anywhere near the electric fence. So Julian has made like a little thing to hold this water barrel in place. We've got the bungee cords as well. And we've just, the extra water that was coming out, because it fills up very, very quickly, we just put in this other bowl over here. Putting it over here does mean they can't get to that nipple, but I can see it's wet on the other side over there, which means they have been drinking from that nipple, because they do mess quite a bit when they drink. So that's good. That's working well. It's like a compulsion now. I see acorns lying on the ground and I feel compelled to pick them up. I can't leave them. Now you've got an even longer stick. How on earth are you going to walk with that stick in your mouth? How are you going to walk with this very long stick? So I need to find where I've got this slip for this pump so I can take it back for repairs again. Another stick. Oh my goodness, the sand dog is back at it. What have you got now? Now you're killing something on the sand. Oh dear. Okay, so we moved the generator out of the cottage over here as well. There are still tools and things like that need to go to the shed, but it's already looking better, so I've got to move this stuff tomorrow. Yeah, got to do something about this floor. That's a big... Trying to figure out, I've decided I'm not going to use these blocks on the floor anymore. Now I'm thinking of another plan. So inside the cottage, it's still got, there's my composting toilet I built in Norway. And yeah, there's a bed, bought an under sheet thing for it. And I've got this little paintbrush. I'm going to try and copy Theo from the indie projects and just paint over my pointing, and maybe it'll make it look a bit neater. But what I did yesterday is not too bad. And then I also bought this little dinky brush for brushing out the charcoal from the ash from the wood burner. This is what I'm looking forward to, just being able to sit out here and watch the sunset. Not quite sunset time, but getting close. So this guttering should go up on Thursday this week. Don't you just love it, this view that I look at every single day? Just gonna have a quick check at the insulated beehive. Still lots of activity going on here, which is good. So the insulation is keeping them nice and warm. Not as much activity as was before, but for winter the population does get a lot less. I must take those empty frames and that super and put it in the shed, I think. I've got space. I don't think I've ever taken you to this particular part of the farm. Lots of boulders, as you can see. So those are the eucalyptus trees as you come in. there's all these boulders up here, a little bit of flat land. And my land goes down to the road. Which is just down here. Oh, lots more acorns to come and harvest here. I haven't even come up here to get acorns. So there you can see like the little public road, and that's the top boundary of my property. But these boulders here are huge. Still some flowers out. Fall for us, or autumn, was a bit like a second spring, and flowers came out and don't realize that it's actually winter. I saw some of the lavender flowering as well. The last of the lavender flowers. Poor lavender thought that it was spring. So this week has been a little bit of a crazy week. I did quite some more pointing and that on the Sunday. Yesterday, you know, when you go to the shops, you go to Castelo Branco, it takes up like the whole morning. And then that afternoon, I had, Tandy had her vet appointment to get her vaccinations. And today, I had to go through to the doctor because I have a few infections, and I had tests done last week, and I had to sit and wait for 3 hours to be able to get a script to get the antibiotics that I need. But despite having all these things on the go, every day still managed to get a little bit of work done. And the big thing today was to organize the tools in the shed. So it's all happening at Bella Pedra. Every day we are getting closer to the goal of restoring this farm to its former glory. While I'm making this video, I am wondering if I'm going to be able to upload it, because on Saturday, when I was in the middle of leading an online workshop, a mischievous little puppy pulled the modem off the table and broke it. And so I'm now running on using my phone as a personal hotspot. I had to quickly put more data on the phone. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to upload the video, but fingers crossed. If you see this, I managed to upload it. So some people have been asking for my address because they're wanting to send something. My email is I'll put my email in the description below. Obviously I'm not going to put my address out there. But maybe instead of posting something, you can buy a coffee. It all goes towards this never-ending cost of getting the farm up and running again. Or you can buy some of my merch. The link to that is in the description below. So be safe, be sane, and I'll see you on the next video. You know, when you walk around the farm, you realize, man, I have a lot of land. 2.5 hectares doesn't sound like much, but when you walk around it, it's quite a lot. Quite a lot of it is, boulders like this, or covered in pine trees or oak trees, but not the cork oak. I have the home oak. And you can see the mountain, the Estrella Mountains down there. There's something so satisfying about doing the chores on the farm. Oh my goodness, what kind of stick is that? Are you fetching firewood? I don't think so, somehow. Look at that, you got one piece still hanging from your mouth. What are you doing, Tandy?